Thanksgiving. I am preparing dinner for my family. It took me hours to make this meal, but this Thanksgiving is a Thanksgiving I will never forget. I never thought it was going to end how it ended. It started out just fine, but I was not prepared for how it was going to end that day. So just stay tuned. Just watch me while I prepare this dinner. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you guys soon. It's Thanksgiving Eve, so let's get something started with the drink. I need a drink to get me through the rest of this night. Y'all know I'm not even a drinker, and I would just be mixing and creating some stuff. So, start tonight's show. Publix for the win. Very simple, y'all. Very simple. Very simple. Alright, I pulled my blackberry lemonade, my peach mango black tea. Yeah, and passion fruit flavor. Got all that in there. Got a little dash of that, little dash of that. And now I'm cooking. I'm cooking. It's Thanksgiving. It's about to be Thanksgiving, but it's Thanksgiving Eve, so I'm cooking. So the pot going. Give me a little bit of ice. That's all you need. And later. Don't need much. Baby, I tried to sip this without a little something, and baby, I'm a grew hair on my chest. That's all you need, especially if you ain't no drinker like me. That's all you need. That's all you need. Get your little lime. A little slice. That's all you need. A little slice and a little squeeze. Just a little slice. You ain't gotta be perfect. You in this kitchen cooking, looking raggedy, about to be up all night. You don't need nothing else. You don't need nothing else. Drop it in there if you want to. Drop it in there if you want to. That's all you need. That stuff's strong. It's probably not strong to you if you've had it before, but for me, it's a tad bit strong. But it's good. See y'all later. And what y'all cooking? What y'all cooking? Alright, y'all, so this year I didn't make any greens or anything. I wanted some fresh string beans, but I wanted them like country smothered style, so I just added a smoked turkey necks as well as some potatoes to the string beans, and y'all, they turned out so good. I was just trying to get my stock and everything ready for my seafood dressing that I will be making, so that, y'all, it was so good. So this is my first year making yams. I'm not a yam eater, but they turned out really, really good, y'all. Like, they turned out really good. It took them forever to cook, so if y'all got a way of shortening my cooking time for yams, let me know and I may make them again. But I don't need yams in my life. I don't need them on Thanksgiving or anything. It was just by request, so that's the only reason why I made them. But I mean, I'll make them again. So here I'm just adding, all my sugars to the butter. White sugar, brown sugar. I'm going to add some vanilla flavoring. Let that cook slow. Let it try to thicken up. Add my nutmeg, my cinnamon sugar, and I think I saw this on TikTok or something, or I read it somewhere for the recipe. I did a splash of orange juice, so that really made a difference. And y'all, it just turned up the flavor to a whole nother level. So I'll be incorporating, whenever I decide to make yams again, I'll do that splash of orange juice because it made a world of a difference to the flavors. It just woke up all the flavors, like, seriously. So if y'all don't already do that, try that. Alright, y'all, so my string beans came out perfect. They were so good, so full of flavor, just enough seasoning. The smoked turkey necks just did an extra flavor. Like, there, it was like that smoky and savory. It was just really, really good. I could have just ate that by itself and that would have been good for Thanksgiving, but had to cook the other stuff. Yeah. Oh, why am I up cooking 5 o'clock in the morning? Like, I got a whole husband and kids in there for Thanksgiving. Like, yeah, this kitchen is a mess. Like, I ain't even started on the real stuff. Y'all, like, that's for the dressing. Then I ain't even started on that. Like, cabinet shit's open. Lord, I have nothing to do. I got the fridge open. But I did just make my strawberry banana pudding, so that's done. Yeah, act like they don't want to cook. They've been cooking for hours. And I'm about to go to bed. Bye. Now let's get into the star of the show. Y'all, this had to be the star of the entire dinner. And if I must say so myself, this seafood dressing, I got it on lock. Like, I did that. That stuff was so good, baby. Listen, I got you if you need some. We got the table. Yep, with Resi Priority Notify, they're alerted when hard to get reservations open up. Reservation for two? And see your day at a glance with ambient experience. Visit Amazon.com today to learn. All right, y'all, let's make it. So this is the recipe requested by my lovely daughter niece, and it's something different that I didn't think I would quite enjoy, but the flavors were so good. I'm a traditional banana pudding girl, but y'all, this recipe is a must try. I ain't gonna even lie, I almost missed one step because I'm used to doing my 2.5 cups of milk, white milk, and I forgot to do the strawberry milk, but I still went back in and I added the strawberry milk and it still came out just as fine with that flavor. It was so good. So y'all definitely try this recipe. And this was my first time making strawberry crunch, y'all. It was so simple, so easy, and it was so good. It just gave it that extra oomph to the whole banana pudding. Y'all have to try it. And of course, I wouldn't be me without going in and making my own traditional banana pudding for those who didn't want the strawberries. So I just went ahead and I made the little traditional one. Okay, y'all, remember what I said at the beginning of the video. I had just finished putting this in the fridge and my phone started blowing up. I started getting text messages and phone calls secretly from nurses at a facility that my brother was staying at that I needed to get him out of there. I immediately ran into not even panic mode, but let's get something done because what's going on? I was instructed that I needed to call the ambulance because they were instructed to just monitor him and the on-call doctors would not allow them to do that. So I'm secretly getting text messages from nurses telling me to get my brother out of there. So of course, I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? The only way that I can do it is if I call 911 on my own. I had to do that, y'all. And what happened next? What happened to me and my family next? I never thought I'll be going through that. I never thought that'd be something that I experienced. My Thanksgiving literally turned to hell at that moment. So yeah, just listen at what happened next. And for the past 3 to 4 weeks from that date, my brother literally has been fighting for his life. That's why I haven't even been up to date with my vlogging or anything. I didn't care about that. My family was my first priority. And this is why you guys are getting these videos at this time. But to anyone that knows me personally, thank you for your prayers. Thank you for upholding me. And thank you for praying for my family. To discuss my experience with Jacksonville Fire and Rescue Department, specifically Rescue 1, that's located on North Liberty Street. Captain Britt, if that's your name, I believe that's your name. And you try to be smart by running off your badge number. If you wasn't being so smart and such a rude person, I would have had your badge number as well. You have no idea what your lack of empathy, concern, the lack of upholding what your job is supposed to be. By the way, she's like an EMS captain. For you to literally try to, y'all, I've worked in healthcare for about 20 years. Never have I ever felt so disrespected by a fellow healthcare worker. I'm not gonna throw the race card out there. This is simply a humanity issue. When you clearly have a patient that is in distress, that is severely ill, and you yell, Captain Britt, what's the point? What's the point of you taking him to the ER? What's the point of you doing your job, what you probably took an oath for, which you probably will easily and eagerly do for anyone else? But you took one look at my brother, and you just could care less. I don't know if it's because it's the holiday, that is Thanksgiving, but the character and the behavior that you displayed in the middle of a full facility towards another patient, towards another human being, me, to literally not only raise your voice to the highest octave, but literally doing this, what's the point? Give you one good reason why me, as a family member, as a caring person, as a human with a heart, is asking you to do your job and take my brother to get help because he's ill, because he's sick. For you to literally ask me out loud in front of a facility, violating HIPAA, violating all types of rules and laws, by screaming out what his diagnosis is, which was false, by the way, because it's not, y'all, verbatim, Miss Ma'am says, what is the point? Give me one good reason. He's just gonna go downhill. He's downhill. Can you get it? He's just gonna be downhill. Why? My vehicle is for emergencies only. Is this not an emergency? What's the point? He has cancer all over his body. Bitch, are you serious? In a facility, in a floor full of people, voice loud. And it's not, by the way, Miss Ma'am. You're getting your notes from a neglectful facility that has not lived up to the part of their duties as a facility and caring for someone. They're going by the report that is not good. If they were up to date on all the reports and the appointments and the scans that we've been getting as recent as, 2 weeks ago, they would know that it's actually localized. But you're going off the report of half behind nurses and CNAs that are doing their jobs in these facilities because they're just hiring anyone. And it's a holiday. Don't nobody want to be at work. For you to sit there and question me and tell me to give you one good reason why you should take a sick patient to a facility, you're going to deny care. You're going to violate HIPAA laws. You're going to disclose what his diagnosis is, what his condition is, in a lobby of maybe 40 plus people on the floor. Miss Britt, or Captain Britt. And when you know you are out of line, when you have your other workers apologizing on your behalf because you're too bullheaded. And I don't know what your issue was today. And I know if you can do that to me, how many other people have you done it to? When I'm practically begging you to do your job and get my brother some help. And for you to tell me, he's just gonna go downhill. My vehicle is for emergencies only. Give me one good reason. I mean, y'all, I was taken aback. Like, ma'am, do you know who you're talking to? You obviously don't know who you're talking to. Y'all, the level and the disdain and the lack of care and the lack of empathy and the lack of sympathy and the lack of just, you don't want to do your job? Your vehicle is outside, 1 floor down. Your station is literally a couple 100 yards away. You're not getting an emergency call. Where he needs to go is maybe 5-7 minutes away. Isn't that your job? Isn't that your job? But to try to belittle, berate, and just, I don't even know the words for it. For one, it was uncalled for. For two, it was inhumane. It was a disgrace to your uniform. It was a disgrace to your career, to your role as a captain, and the position that you hold. So how many other people have you denied care for? Something needs to be done. And trust me, like I told you today, you really don't know who you're talking to. And Miss Ma'ams, you got the right one today. Because I don't know for all the countless other victims that you've caused this, because this was very emotional for me. My brother is laying here in a hospital right now. He's sick, severely sick. And for you to say, what's the point? If it was your family member, what would you have done? If it was you, wouldn't you want somebody to go to the ends of the earth to make sure that you are getting the help that you're seeking from us healthcare professionals? What you did today was a disgrace, not only to your uniform, but to the city of Jacksonville and to fellow healthcare workers, the fire department, the EMS department, emergency service. You were and you are a disgrace. And y'all, I have never been talked to in such a manner, in such a way by another healthcare, by a person, period. Because it's just some things you just don't do. And to literally have all of that yelled at you in a lobby full of people, you're seeing what his issue is, and you don't care. You don't care. And you made it very clear that you don't care. And thank you to the other gentleman. You didn't have to apologize for her. And I told you that. This shows her ignorance. It shows her lack of everything that she vowed to do when she took that oath, and she took the job interview, when she got the job, when she got the position, when she got the ranking. You're a disgrace, Captain Britt of Rescue Number 1 in Jacksonville, Florida, JFRD. I think it's on Liberty Street. This is such an unfortunate situation that didn't have to go down like this. And it's so true to the odds. Like, you may forget what people may say to you, but you'll never forget how they made you feel. And in that moment, I'm my brother's advocate. I'm going to advocate for him to the ends of the earth. I don't care if he was hooked up to an oxygen machine and taking his last breath, Lord forbid. I'm still going to advocate for him to the ends of the earth. And for you to sit there or stand there and yell and raise your arms and be belligerent and just be stupid and crazy and wow, nothing of a professional sort. And ask me what's the point? And to give you one good reason why you should take my brother to seek help? You have completely lost your mind, your marbles, and everything else you may have possibly held at one point. I never want any other family, person, a dog, a cat, anybody to experience what we just experienced, what I just experienced. Advocate for your people. Advocate for your people. Captain Britt of Rescue Station 1, JFRD in Jacksonville, Florida. You literally are a disgrace to the uniform, to the city, and you really should be ashamed of yourself. And I hope you sleep really well tonight. I hope you sleep really well. And it is my prayer for you that you remember your why you chose this profession, because it seems that you've forgotten it. Be well.